Hello students, good morning to all of you. I hope you must be fine. Welcome to the class. Last period we are discussing banking, and in banking we are discussing what do a bank and categories. One is commercial bank, another is the central bank. In commercial bank we have already discussed there are so many functions like that acceptance of the deposits, giving the loan or the credit, or most important function we are discussing that credit creations, or it is to be called that money creations. Money creation depend on that LRR, that is called legal reserve ratio. This LRR is decided by the central bank, and LRR increases, the money creation will decreases. LRR increases, money creation will decrease. If LRR decreases, money creation increases. There is an inverse relationship in between LRR and money creations. Whenever we are discussing that money creations, at that time LRR or legal reserve ratio was 0.2, or it was the 20%. So for 20% is concerns LRR, the money creation or the multiplier was that 5 times. So our example was 100 rupees that initial, and LRR is the 20%. So money creation was that 500 rupees, or that 5 times of that initial deposits. So LRR and money creation are the inverse relationship, and this LRR is decided by that central bank. What do you mean by central bank? So today's analysis is the meaning of central bank and functions of central banks. What do you mean by central bank? We know that every country has an apex bank. Apex bank means that is the topmost bank, which is the one apex institutions or leader of the money market. Leader of that money market. So central bank is the principal banking. Central bank is the principal banking and monetary institution of a country which has the monopoly of note issue or principle of note issues. It means leader of the money institutions, money market, which is to be called that central bank. And this central bank function is to supervise, regulate and control of all the activities of the commercial banks. All the activities of the commercial banks. So there are some definition, but here is the one definition. Raymond P. Kent. Central bank is an institution which is charged with responsibilities of managing the expansion and contraction of the volume of money in the interest of general public welfare. In the interest of general public welfare. So it means the all kinds of controlling capacity of the commercial bank, or that expansion and contraction, that is by that money creations, which is guided or controlled by that Reserve Bank of India, or it is to be called the central bank. So that is why its function is to supervise, regulate, control all the activities of the commercial banks as well as that financial institutions. It means the central bank, each and every country has that central bank. So the central bank will control all that public sector bank, private bank, all other financial institutions. It means public sector bank like SBI, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, or we may say that any kinds of at present Indian Bank, which is to be changed as that Indian Bank from Allahabad Bank. Similarly, there are so many private banks and financial institutions, that is all are together private bank. Private bank means that is that example which is ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, controlled by that one person or that group of the persons. But all these are to be controlled or guided by that central bank. So central bank is to be called that Apex Bank. Central bank is to be called that Apex Bank. Our central bank or Apex Bank is known as that RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is our central bank. Each and every country has that central bank, like England, Bank of England. Reserve Bank of India is the central bank name of India. Similarly, Bank of England, the name of England. Federal Reserve Bank is the name of bank, central bank is that America. So there is the different central bank of the different countries. So what is central bank? As per our definition, as an institution, central bank is an institution which is charged with responsibility managing the expansion, how that money is to be expansion, how that money is to be contraction. That we will discuss later on by that SLR, CRR and LRR, legal leisure ratio, of the volume of money in the interest of general public welfare. All this work will be done by the central bank for the welfare of the country or welfare of the people, not only in the national level but also that international levels. So this is to be called that meaning of central bank. That is why central bank is the principal banking and monetary institution of a country which has the monopoly of note issue. Now we will switch over to that functions of central bank. Functions of a central bank. First function is that monopoly of note issue. Monopoly of note issue, or it is to be called that currency authority. Or simple note issue. Monopoly of note issue, currency authority or note issue, which is the first function of the central bank. What do you mean by monopoly of note issue or that currency authority or that issuing notes or issue notes, note issue or issuing notes, whatever maybe you can say. It's the central bank is the apex bank, and central bank acts as a supervisor, as a regulator, or the control of the all activities of the commercial bank as well as other financial institutions. So it plays a leading role in organizing, running, developing the monetary and financial systems. What did I say? Organizing, running, developing the monetary financial institution. Organizing, developing, monetary. Organizing, developing, monetary. Organizing, developing, monetary. Organizing, developing, and monitoring systems. These are the most important functions for organizing, developing, and monitoring that central bank prints that currency notes, like except that 1 rupee note. All other notes or currencies like 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, and 2000 rupees. All these are printed by the central bank, or in our country central bank, namely the Reserve Bank of India. It means the central bank has that sole authority. Central bank has a sole authority for the issue of currency in the country. Central bank has that sole of authority. किसी के पास authority नहीं है. Only the central bank has that authority, sole of authorities. That is why on that currency note there is the signature of that Reserve Bank of India, Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. So that by the permission of the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, the monies are to be printed. So that is to be called the monopoly of note issue, or currency authorities, or note issue, or issuing notes. But monopoly means that one individual right, one individual power. Whatever he desires, he has to do. Nobody will interfere. But here is that question: is the sole authority of Governor of RBI who can print that currency as per his or her wish? No. There are the certain rules and regulations which is made by the government of India. Then that right is to be implemented by that governor whenever the currency is to be printed. That right is to be called that monopoly of note issue, or that is called currency authorities, or that note of issue or issue notes. So all the currency issued by the central bank is its monopoly liability. This means that the central bank is obliged to back the currency with assets of equal value. Assets of equal value. It means whatever the monies are to be printed or currency are to be printed, that much value of assets are to be reserved by that Reserve Bank of India, So what Reserve Bank of India will do? That much of gold bullion or gold coin, or that any kinds of foreign securities are to be reserved. Then that Reserve Bank of India will print that currencies, otherwise he could not do. This is the rules, this is the procedures, this is the system that RBI has to follow before that printing of that currency. So these rules certainly changed time to time, and some extent government has made that rules how much gold or how much gold bullion or how much foreign currency is to be reserved then that Reserve Bank of India will print that currency notes. So the country's central government is usually authorized to borrow the money from the central bank. The central government is authorized to borrow the money from the central bank whenever the central government needs the currency or to meet the expenditure of day to day of that country's welfare. It means the effect of this is to increase that supply of money in the economy. Whenever the central government is usually authorized to borrow the money from the central government, so by selling of that currencies, securities, etc. So the authority of the government gives up its flexibility to monetary debts. It means this is also sometimes called that public debt, or that which way that public debt is created so far that revenue and expenditure is concerned. Whenever the government expenditure will be more than that of revenue, then that central bank will compel to print that currency whenever at any sources the central bank cannot be maintained to meet that expenses what that central government has done. So that cases the government will print the currencies, so that is to be called that monopoly of note issue or principle of the note issue. It means monopoly of note issue said that the central bank of a country has exclusive right, or that is the right is to be called that monopoly right of issuing notes. This is called that currency authority function of the central bank. How the central bank will print the currencies? It depends the rules and regulation. It means that value of assets are to be reserved accordingly, so that Reserve Bank of India or the central bank will print that currencies. This is the first function of the monopoly of note issue. So whenever government print that currencies, that is to be called that also deficit financing. Deficit financing means when the government will spend that more and more money, expenditure will be more than that revenue, and government will not adjust in any circumstances the last option of that RBI to print that more and more currency. That is to be called that central bank monopoly of note issue. Otherwise the bank will not issue the currency. What happens if the currency notes will be issued? Because the market situations, which is to be that welfare situations, is to be created, and there will be no inflation and deflation. To control the inflation and deflation, government make that such policies when we will start that function of the central bank credit creations or credit control. At that time we will analyze all these points. But remember it, this is the first function of that monopoly of note issue or principle of note issue. It is also called that principle of note issue. Principle of note issue. So this is the first function. Second function is that banker to government. Second function is that banker to government. It means central bank acts as a banker to the government, both central as well as state government, both central and state governments. Both central government and state governments. It carries out all the banking business of the government and the government keeps its cash balance on current account with the central bank. Government keeps cash balance in the current account of central bank. It means our bankers to government. मतलब central bank has the responsibility whatever that money are to be expended by the central government or the state governments, so that the business of the governments keeps the balance. There is to be the responsibility of that central bank to maintain the balance of both the central government and the state governments. As the banker to the government, the central bank accepts the deposit or accept the receipts and makes payment for the government and carries out exchange and remittance and other banking operations. Like you have that one bank, commercial bank, and you do the deposits, take the loan, or you can do that every kinds of exchange, sending that money, remittance money from one to other. So these are the functions are to be done by that any commercial bank of an individual or of an industry. So likewise, that what are the exchange are to be done by that, what are the acceptance or what are the expenditures, all kinds of business activities of the central governments are done on behalf of the central government. So that is to be called that central bank is banker to the government. Central bank is banker to the government. Again I repeat, as we are saying that central bank is banker to the government. So all kinds of functions of that central bank about that money transactions, that is that central bank accept the receipts or makes the payment to whom? To the governments. The payment is to be done for the governments. And whenever any kinds of exchange are to be done on behalf of the governments, either in the foreign currency, etc., or any currencies to send to any other foreign countries, any kinds of banking operation of the central governments are to be done by that central bank. That is why central bank is called that banker to the government. The central bank also provides that short-term loans to the governments so that government can meet any shortfalls or any kinds of requirements, and that can be adjusted by that central bank. It means the government borrows money by selling that different kinds of securities, for example treasury bill, which is the duration of the 19 days to the central bank, and the government carries on short-term borrowing by selling that ad hoc treasury bills to the central bank. So these are the different kinds of accept the deposits or accept the receipts or make the payments or any kinds of exchange or any kinds of remittance. What are the functions are to be done by the central bank through that, central government, through that central government is to be known as, through that central bank is to be known as the bankers to the government. It means any kinds of acceptance receipts, any kinds of deposits, any kinds of remittance, any kinds of exchange are done by that central government are guided or controlled under the central bank, which is our RBI or Reserve Bank of India. Our central bank name is Reserve Bank of India. So as that government's banker, the central bank also has the responsibility of managing that public debt. This means that the central bank has the manage all new issues of the government loans. It means government can control that public debt by the guidance of that central bank or the Reserve Bank of India. Third points, banker to the government, now it is clear, means all kinds of transaction, acceptance of the deposits, number one, any kinds of remittance, any kinds of exchange, any kinds of debt, all these things are to be done by the central government, which is under that central bank, or it is to be called that RBI, which is the function of the banker to the government. So the central bank also advises the governments on banking and financial matters. Banking and any kinds of financial matters. Any kinds of financial matters, which is that function of that central bank, is to be known as the banker to the government. Third function is that is that bankers bank. Third function is that bankers bank. I have already said there is the commercial banks, there is that commercial banks, and there are some financial institutions, or we may say that there is that private bank, public sector banks. So all these banks are guided or controlled by that central bank or the Reserve Bank of India. So this is the function which is to be called the bankers bank, or the bank acts, central bank acts as a supervisor of all kinds of commercial banks and the financial institution, which is to be known as the bankers bank. It means whenever you need your money, any kinds of business or any other purposes, that time you need the help from your father, mother, brother, sister, neighbor, etc. relatives. And if you will not get that any kinds of funds from any other sources, lastly you will go to that bank and deposit that some securities and you will take the loan. So in your case, bank is the last resort to take the loan from the public, from the banks. Similarly, if commercial banks, they need that any kinds of financial help at the last resort, at that time they will take the loan from the central bank or the Reserve Bank of India. So as the bankers bank, the central bank holds a part of the cash reserves of banks, lends them short-term funds and provide them with that centralized clearing and remittance facilities. The banks are required to deposit a clearing, or we may say that is called one kinds of LR, legal reserve ratio, that is divided into two parts. One is the CRR, another is the SLR. On that day I was discussing CRR and SLR. CRR is that cash reserve ratio and SLR is that statutory liquidity ratio. So the banks are required to deposit the stipulated ratio of their net total liabilities, that is called the CRR, cash reserve ratio. So it means the cash reserve ratio, CRR, the commercial bank has to deposit some stipulated amounts in that central bank, that is to be called that CRR. I will discuss more whenever we'll discuss that credit control, that is that in excess demand and deficient demand cases, that is that quantitative method and qualitative methods. At that time I will detail analyze that what is CRR and what is SLR, how it affects CRR increase or SLR increase, how it controls the different situation, that is that excess demand and the deficient demands. So the purpose of this stipulation is to use this reserve as an instrument of monetary and credit control. So what did I say? I will discuss detail in that credit control about that CRR or SLR. So bankers bank means the central bank is the bank of all the commercial bank. Central bank is the bank of all the commercial bank. It means as central banks is an apex bank of all the banks in the country. So the central bank has almost the same relation with other banks in the country as a commercial bank, because commercial bank has the good relation with their customers or the public. Similarly, the central bank has also good relation with the commercial banks. So it accepts, the central bank accepts that some deposits from the commercial bank, which is to be called that CRR, and there is that one system which used to be said called that bank rate. All these things, bank rate, open market operation, cash reserve ratio, I will discuss in that credit control. Or that time also we will discuss the repo rate and the reverse repo rates of this quantitative method or the qualitative method of cash. And generally we can say that the difference between repo rate and that reverse repo rate will be 1%. At present it is the 0.75, I think so. So the rate at which commercial banks are allowed to park their surplus fund with the RBI is called that reverse repo rate. I told that one is that bank rate, another is that reverse repo rate, bank rate, or it is to be called that repo rate. There is a difference in between the slightly bank rate and repo rate. So bank rate, the central bank lends that, which rate the central bank lends money to the commercial bank, that stipulated rate is to be called that bank rate or repo rate. This is the short term and long term. The loan, short term and long term. And reverse repo rate, the rate at which commercial banks are allowed to park their surplus fund with the RBI is called that reverse repo rate. So repo rate and reverse repo rate. Generally, repo rate and reverse repo rate is that 1% difference. Next, we will discuss the other function of the central bank. Thank you. Before we closing this today's section, you must know your that syllabus also, that syllabus for your coming unit test, that syllabus you remember it up to that banking or that central bank. Please note that your syllabus for first unit test. Macroeconomics, up to money and banking chapter. How much we have completed, that much will be that syllabus, that is that money and banking. It means note it. First we have discussed introduction, that is all kinds of microeconomics, macroeconomics and aggregate compositions, that is depreciation, net factor income from abroad, factor cost, market price, GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, and as well as also that normal residence of a country's circular flow of income, nominal GDP, real GDP, GDP and welfare. That was the analysis. And in this chapter, money and banking, money, barter system, difficulties of barter systems, function of money or money supply, then banking, function of that commercial bank, central bank, all these chapters up to this year syllabus for the past unit test. Thank you.